Turning now to the race for the White House, Joe Biden and his newly selected running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, preparing for their first joint appearance today. The choice of Senator Harris as VP garnering a lot of praise and criticism, especially from President Trump. Francesca Amaker joining us live now with more on the social reactions to this one.
Oh, yeah, there has been a lot of chatter, especially ever since that announcement came out yesterday, just after 4 p.m. Some people really excited, really happy about this candidate choice. Others a little confused. But let's get into it, Sheba. The historic announcement was made electronically. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris spoke by Zoom. The 55-year-old senator becoming the first woman of color on a major party ticket for vice president. And if elected, she would be the nation's first female, Black and Asian American vice president. Reaction to Biden's choice has been pretty swift and strong, including from President Trump, who actually criticized the choice, calling her a big tax raiser and slasher of funds for our military. Now, in a statement, former President Barack Obama says Joe Biden nailed this decision. And here's what some of you are saying about this online. Steven says, great choice, 3 exclamation points, maybe 4. Way to go, Joe. Next up, we have Chris saying, I almost feel sorry for Mike Pence. She will probably make him cry during their debate. And not everyone loves the pick, though. This person says, so months ago, she was saying she believed and supported Joe Biden's accusers. Now she is going to work with him. And Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms was reportedly in consideration to be Biden's running mate, but she has made a statement saying that she was disappointed, but very pleased with Biden's pick. And of course, we want you to continue to chime in. Now I want to bring in Sheba to discuss this. And Sheba, it's an exciting time because so many people, as Chesley mentioned at the top of the show, this is the first woman of color to be selected as a VP candidate. Also, just listening to some political analysts, she's extremely outspoken on subjects like race and police reform. And that's kind of the trajectory that much of the country during this time is focusing on, of course. And on top of that, analysts also spoke about the diversity of the two. Keep in mind, her father immigrated from Jamaica, mother immigrated from India. And look at the age of the two. She's 55, and Biden feels like she would bring in that younger generation as he approaches the age of 78 come inauguration day. So it's a lot up in the air, and many people are kind of mixed on it, but there are people really excited about this pick, Sheba.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of excitement, you know, the fact that she graduated from Howard University and HBCU as well. But, you know, listen, the nation has been just waiting for Biden to make an announcement. And what I've been seeing is that, you know, people are mixed on it as well. Looking at my Facebook page, people are saying that Biden just lost the election, that it's a recipe for disaster, but others are just really, really excited about this. And over the last few weeks, we've been seeing pressure mounting on the Biden campaign to name a Black female as his running mate. And, you know, we've seen some politicians as well out of South Carolina say that this for sure says that the Biden camp and the Democratic Party is not taking the Black vote for granted. So we want to, you know, we want to see you all chime in, continue to chime in on this. You know, the November election is right around the corner. So let us know. Use the hashtag #MorningRushATL. A big political day yesterday. Huge. It is 6:08 right now. Thank you, Fran.